Pedro from Tovar, and I'm going to talk about the chapter 4, Ecosystems and Communities. The first topic is climate. It is important to know the difference between weather and climate. Weather is the day-to-day condition of Earth's atmosphere. Climate refers to average conditions over long periods. It is defined by year-after-year patterns of temperature and precipitation. When conditions vary over small distances, it is called microclimate. Global climate is shaped by many factors, including solar energy trapped in the biosphere, latitude, and the transport of heat by winds and ocean currents. The main force that shapes our planet is solar energy that arrives as sunlight and strikes Earth's surface. Greenhouse gases allow the visible light from the sun to enter, but trapping heat. This phenomenon is called greenhouse effect. The second topic is niches and communities interactions. Every species has its own tolerance. Tolerance is the ability to survive and reproduce under a range of environmental circumstances. When an environmental condition extends in either direction beyond an organism's optimum range, the organism experiences stress. A species tolerance helps determine its habitat, the general place where an organism lives. Habitat tells only one part of the organism's story. Ecologists study a species' ecological occupation. This idea of occupation is encompassed in the idea of an organism's niche. A niche is the range of physical and biological conditions in which a species lives and the way the species obtains what it needs to survive and reproduce. Resources in the niche. A resource can refer to any necessity of life as water, nutrients, food, light, or space. Physical aspects of the niche. Abiotic factors required for survival. Biological aspects of a niche. Biotic factors required for its survival. When organisms attempt to use the same limited ecological resources in the same place at the same time, competition occurs. That is why the competitive exclusion principle states that no two species can occupy exactly the same habitat at the same time. But instead of competing for similar resources, some species divide them. By causing species to divide resources, competition helps determine the number and kinds of the species in a community and the niche each species occupies. An interaction in which one animal captures and feeds on another animal is called predation. An interaction in which one animal feeds and produces is called herbivory. Sometimes changes in the population of a single species, called cluster species, can cause dramatic changes in the structure of community. Any relationship in which two species live closely together is called symbiosis. Biologists recognize three main symbiotic relationships in nature. The first one is mutualism, symbiotic relationship in which both species benefit from the relationship. Parasitism, relationship in which one organism lives inside or another organism and harms it. Commensalism, relationship in which one organism benefits and the other is neither helped or harmed. The next topic is biomes. Biomes are described in terms of abiotic factors like climate and soil type, and biotic factors like plants and animals. The major biomes are the following: tropical rainforest, tropical dry forests, tropical grasslands, deserts, temperate grasses, temperate woodland and shrublands, temperate forests, northwestern coniferous forests. And the last topic of this stage is the aquatic ecosystems. Aquatic organisms are affected primarily by water's depth, temperature, phloem, and amount of dissolved nutrients. The sunlight region near the surface in which photosynthesis can occur is known as photic zone. Below the photic zone is the dark aphoric zone, where photosynthesis cannot occur. Organisms that live in or on rocks and sediments on the bottoms of lakes, streams, and oceans are called meadows. Their habitat is the benthic zone. Freshwater ecosystem can be divided into the three main categories: rivers and streams, lakes and ponds, and freshwater. Rivers and streams. They are often originated from underground water sources in mountains or hills. Lakes and ponds. The food webs here are often based on a combination of plankton and attached algae and plants. Plankton is a general term that includes both phytoplankton and zooplankton. Water flows in and out and circulates between surface and benthos. The circulation distributes heat, oxygen, and nutrients. One is freshwater wetlands. A wetland is an ecosystem in which water either covers the soil or is present at or near the surface for at least part of the year. Water can flow or stay in place. Their important functions are purify water by filtering pollutants and to prevent flooding by absorbing large amounts of water. An estuary is a special kind of wetland formed where a river meets the sea. They contain a mixture of fresh water and salt water. Ecologists typically divide the ocean into zones based on depth and distance from shore. Intertidal zone, where organisms are submerged in seawater at high tide, exposed to air and sunlight. Coastal zone that extends from the low tide mark to the outer edge of the continental shelf. And the open ocean that begins at the edge of the continental shelf and extends towards. More than 90% of the world's ocean are considered open ocean.